Hey, what's good everybody? It's me, it's Domino. It's been a while since I've done one of these unit reviews, but honestly not much happening in Metal Arena this week for me. Honestly, it's literally been the same shit for the last month and a half. Only thing that's changed is just people's units they've tagged out. That's honestly about it. So let's go ahead and talk about some units. Haha. So we're gonna work our way backwards because I didn't talk about the previous three from the previous update, so I might as well go ahead and do that. So first up, we got Dragunov Special Assault Force. This was the rare for the tri-line. I kind of don't care for this unit. It can hit hard if you didn't upgrade the evasion, because if you upgrade the evasion, it's just gonna do the shitty little, the really weak 3000 per hit missile, which is honestly nothing. And like at that point, it's the best it's gonna do is be a nuisance. It's only good for early game, and if you're trying to cheese the base with it, it's like, yeah, that's not happening because there's just too many things that trigger it. Trigger the evasion if you upgraded the evasion. Yeah, it's just not that great. I mean, it does what exactly what it says right here. It's here to annoy, but if your opponent doesn't care about it, then it's a waste of 153 AP, and that's a lot because the only time this thing can live is the early game. So if you run PM and you're lacking units, go ahead and use this. It's at least gonna be a team bonus for Screamer. Just know that unfortunately this unit can't replace anything that if you require like a frontliner or a backliner, this does not help in any regard. Alright, going off of that, we got Screamer. I love Screamer. Screamer's fantastic. It's finally the backliner that PM has needed for a very long time. It's got a cool little 2-ish, 3-ish million HP barrier. It's pretty cool. It does stun on its special, which is piercing. Also very cool. And very important, it comes with attack down, and this is actually PM's first source of attack down since the game came out. As far as I'm aware, if there's some fucking old bullshit unit like, I don't know, original PM Daikoka or some shit, sure I guess. But this is like the most recent status that PM has gotten, and god damn it, does PM not ever get any statuses. Screamer is fantastic. The wall nullifies projectiles, so Mizuna snipes completely gone. Other Screamer snipes also gone. Elysion's jellyfish and squids nullified by Screamer. It's a fantastic unit. I love this thing. If hopefully you went hard in the tri-line for it to get it at least gold or at best plat. It's a fantastic support unit. Only downside is, if you happen to run into something like Victoria who silences it before you get to special, that's kind of unfortunate. So make sure that you special when you know that the ability to try and poke base from the long range is not happening, because yeah, got lots of stuff stop that. You got Victoria's bird that kills the missiles. You got chariots that hilariously block them. You got Shizuka, who hilariously you also don't want to hit with the long range, because then she just throws a shuriken back at you, and if you're at your own base, well, way to go, stupid. You got Maya, you got other Screamers, so honestly, it's usually just best just to go right into the Screams to support your front line. But yeah, I love Screamer, fantastic unit. I hope every PM main out there managed to gold or plat this thing. And the unit that got buffed from the previous update is Svetla, and Svetla sucks. There's no reason to use Svetla now that Screamer is here, and it's like she only got 110, like she got a 10% damage boost, and it's like, but why when your size is that big? It's like, yeah, she's got barrier. It's the fire and explosive barrier, only weak to kinetic, but it's like the things that she runs into just prevent her from doing that. So like if you run Svetla over Screamer, for instance, Svetla's gonna get stunned, unlike Screamer. And that's a giant problem because, yeah, she's got 3 million HP, but she also has a shitty 9.9% regeneration. Her attack type is just short range explosive that's also erasable, so it's not very supportive. And she has no iframes. She can't, if she knows the end is near, she can't stall for additional time. She just faces the music and dies. She's also more expensive than Screamer, even at Plat. And it's like, man, you know, I don't know, just, she was buffed only to be an HP sponge, which I don't know, I don't like that at all. They gave her 3.5 million HP just for her to sit there and just eat damage and not be able to help. That's just bad decision making, in my opinion. Like, she's inferior to Screamer in every way. Like, she doesn't help. She doesn't help your units other than just be fat. And even her, like, even if you try to say is like, yeah, but she can tank Elysion. It's like, yeah, okay, she tanks Elysion, but Screamer can do that while also moving forward and helping with attack downs and stuns. So it's like, eh. Don't use Svetla. Svetla's bad. Even in PM, there's really no reason to. Yeah. And let's see. Now we got the 2 units from this update. So first up, we got Summer Gadolin. I've tested this unit out. She's annoying at best. It's kind of cool. She can actually last quite a long time thanks to this barrier evasion. Makes her live quite a long time. It's kind of crazy. She's a very good knockback machine with the Jupiter Queen heads. The lasers just do a lot of continuous knockback, which is pretty good. Some units you don't want to do it to. Obviously, there's like Jin, for instance. Jin will just thrives on knockback. It doesn't really work for her. It doesn't work in Caroline's favor. Kind of sucks because she's so popular. She's got a modest AP count. 204 is fine. 188, 184 in team. Damage is pretty alright. No close range though, oddly enough, unlike the other ones. Yeah, she's an okay rare. She's not the best, not the worst. Feels kind of like last year's Summer Chunyan, where big range on the knockback and can keep herself alive for a little bit, but that's honestly about it. She's not bad, not a necessary. She's fine if you want to mess around, or if you need space for something, go ahead. She's not gonna do that bad. Not gonna be a big hindrance, and honestly, the knockback and the crazy range on her long range is pretty cool. Yeah, Gadolin's fun. She's got a cute illustration. Look at this shit. Adorable. But yeah, that's Gadolin. Not bad. Not the best. Obviously far from the worst. She's just summer variant that's pretty alright. And whoop, there he goes. And then we got fucking Humphrey. So, like most people, I got hyped when I heard that Humphrey does fire, and then I quickly got pretty unhyped when I found out that it's very weak fire, and it's only on his long range, and it's only after he does the fire does he retreat. So you know that doesn't bode well. His special is also just pure kinetic, which is like fine. I guess that's great for Walker, but outside of that, which PM has been craving hard for, which is fire for Maya, nah, he doesn't do it. It's awful, but it is what it is. He's got great, fantastic movement. He's got 11.8. Like, that is fast. He's also at 224 AP, which is fine. Not fine. That's great. He's got 411k HP. It's fairly all right for his cost. His special hits pretty hard. It's like a white tornado of kinetic energy but the most damaging part is the tornado itself, and then it disperses and he does a couple of shots. That stuff is fairly weak after the tornado itself, so you can kind of use them to keep poking bases since it reaches pretty far, especially the aerial shot. Here's the thing though. His illustration, I don't have it. Here's the thing though. He is, in my opinion, honestly better suited for mixed decks, since you want to rush him out as soon as possible, and then you want something alongside him so that he can keep doing his special. His special is honestly not that bad. It's a good base poker. It hits pretty far range. Anything caught in the actual tornado does actually take a fair amount of damage. But the problem in PM is they don't have any frontliners cheap enough to accompany him. So, like, they don't have a Parasite to accompany him. They don't have a Walker to accompany him. They don't have Golden Arab to accompany him. Like, the cheapest, best option that just stays at the front is Guardian Believer. And even then, she needs to be plat and on a team. And she's 121. AP, which is, you know, it's not the best when you're trying to throw a 300 AP units out there and you're trying to get it at the base, which it's just not happening, because you're gonna end up facing Golden Arab or Taro or a fucking Rebel Water Toilet or Parasite. Like, literally in PM, there's just too many things that they have to deal with from the enemy before they could even get to Humphrey within a fair amount of time. Because now here comes this more bad stuff about Humphrey. His evasion moves him backwards. His special moves him backwards. His long range moves him backwards. Like, all of his attacks, for some fucking reason, move him backwards. Like, why? Like, why, my guys? Why? So, in a vacuum, it doesn't sound that bad, but then when you try getting anywhere past the early game, where, you know, the field just starts getting flooded with attacks, he becomes unusable because, boy. Go ahead, test him out versus Subjugation Tactics Nora. Watch how far he moves back because of that fucking rock. Like, my guy cannot catch a break, even if he tried his best. The rock holds him back so hard. Can't get past Maya, obviously. He's got a 50% evasion, but Elysion will eventually kill him for his stun. Will kill him via stun because for some reason at the ending of his evasion he's vulnerable. So yeah, it's kind of a shame, because I feel like Humphrey seems like he's an attempt to be Growl, but they definitely seem scared of that, so they didn't go in that direction, hence why he's got reduced damage to base after the tornado part. His evasion moves him backwards as opposed to forward. Yeah, it's a shame, really, because Humphrey could have been good, and this is what's frustrating. He could have been good now. And here's what I think is what is going to happen. I think within a couple of months, he might get the Alicia treatment, where he's going to hit stupid hard. He's not going to get that much of a health boost, but he's just going to hit stupid hard, and it's going to make it feel like it's gonna make people feel bad for not pulling for him because, well, he's 224 AP. He now hits stupid hard. Why didn't you pull for him? Well, maybe because like months ago he's actual fucking garbage for PM. He doesn't help, and it's unfortunate because like I don't know, he's kind of cool. No, I'm done. That's a fucking lie. The dude looks like a dork. His name's fucking lame. But yeah, I don't know. As you can tell, I'm fucking upset about Humphrey. I hate his name. Hate his name. He's also a fucking box for some reason. For this amount of AP. Anyways, yeah, that kind of wraps things up. Any other additional units, I guess, I got is the sniper unit from 2 months ago. Not sure if I actually talked about this guy, but I'm gonna do it here anyways. Sniper unit, it's was pretty aight. He's got very handy damage versus Golden Arab, as if you can hit Golden Arab while he's not specialing, it does a fuck ton to him. He's got crit, helps a lot with that. Kind of all there is to him. You can throw him out in stacks in late game since his special goes super far. It's got like, look at that range. That is more than full maps on certain levels, like that Samurai Bridge. Like he hits base to base with that, assuming there's nothing in the way for him to target. The only problem with him is that he's a ranged unit, so he's not very good at frontline. Alicia will also just still murder him. And unfortunately, having resist means that he can't get knocked back easily, which, believe it or not, you kind of want him to get knocked back if something's in his face. You don't want him punching shit. He's really slow at it. You just want him to do long range and specials. But yeah, he's a great filler unit. He does his job at 68 AP, which is hit far from long range, kill stuff. Pretty cool. That's about it. And Emain Macha, don't fucking use it. I'm not even gonna click the picture for it. Last bits. Okay. Believer Guardian is in the extra and rare shop, and I know there's a big fair amount of you that are just like the extra and rare shop, but my medals, yeah, well, for 10,000 medals, you can pretty much get Believer Guardian from unavailable to plat for that amount, and that's honestly going to get you way further than fucking Humphrey. As if you've seen my previous videos, you can see that Believer Guardian is kind of stupid important for PM early game, considering it's slim pickings on the PM side for things that are usable. So, big recommendation, get Believer Guardian plat. Just buy her from extra or rare shop. She's honestly worth it. 136 AP without team. It's very usable. If you got Kara, she turns to 120. What is it? 121? Oh, 123. Whatever. 123 AP. Yeah, fantastic unit. I love her. Portrait kind of sucks, but whatever. And yeah, that kind of wraps up my unit discussion. MA video maybe next week. I don't know. Probably. The season ends next week anyway, so it makes sense too. So expect something next week. Probably nothing this weekend, unless I do a couple of Metal Arena videos. But I don't know. Don't overtly count on it. And let's see. Oh, let's wrap things up. Yeah, you might have noticed that I uploaded a friend of mine, Shad's Rebel video last week. Yeah, just, give him a follow, please, on his YouTube so that you can see his videos like the same day he posts them. They're just some of them are gonna be posted on mine with a big delay in mine, so if you want to see like actual good Rebel footage, like I know, fucking insane, I know, like top 20 shit, please watch Shad. Like his videos really give a light as to like, oh man, so this is what Rebel can actually do right now, huh? It's kind of the coolest. But yeah, other than that, that's all I got for this week. Stay safe, everybody. Laters.